Close the door and we're ready to run meetings. Although last week, was it Thursday? It was Thursday. We had a teleconference.
Tuesday for the
Tuesday, yeah, we had a teleconference with Kansas City Plan. So we're going through all this detailed start of work stuff, and I looked up and there's like a party favor hanging from the projector, which would be in clear sight on their end. Fortunately, it was kind of blurry, so it looked like like a bio-DNA thing. Maybe we pulled it off. Oh, so sometimes you do a good job. But, so retirement is I think a wonderful thing. It's a status that we all one day hope to obtain. It's said that retirement is all about doing nothing without worrying about getting caught at it. A warm welcome to everyone here today who has come to celebrate Mac Goodman's retirement after 31 years of dedicated service to the United States. Mac has asked that we keep this ceremony simple, so we're going to honor his wishes. However, he didn't say that we couldn't make the ceremony special. So that's the area that we're going to try to focus in on today. I'd like to begin by welcoming Mac's wife, Nancy. Also his son, John, who is a newly commissioned second lieutenant field artillery. Mac's other son, Ben, couldn't be here today. He's with the Special Operations Aviation Regiment at Fort Campbell. And I know he would love to have the opportunity to be here if he could. I would also like to welcome some of Mac's guests. His old boss, Steve Kaminsky, and his wife, Karen. Emphasis on old. Amanda Yoka. She's here. Amanda. Angel Castro Rodriguez. No. Of course, Tom, who comes to all BDS parties. Tom's like holding the retirement light. It is like pulling Mac over to the other side, I guess. Bobby Joe Witherspoon. Bobby, welcome. Jonathan Sampson. Jonathan. And Tom Dixon. Tom?
There was a Simpson episode he hadn't seen before.
So thank you all for being here today. I know you must be all incredibly proud of Mac. What's the definition of retirement? I offer a couple possibilities. Retirement. It's the time when you stop living at work and begin working at living. Retirement. It's the time when you stop lying about your age and start lying around the house. Maybe not a definition per se, but there is an old saying that says a retired husband oftentimes becomes a wife's full-time job. Although Mac told me that wouldn't be the case, so no need to worry. So it's difficult to compress 31 years of government service into a few minutes, but I would like to highlight some of Mac's accomplishments over the years. His service with the government started in July of 1982, right here on Edgewood, Maryland, where he served as an industrial engineer and quality engineer and the product assurance director of the U.S. Army Armament, Munitions, and Chemical Command. During this time, Mac also served as an exchange engineer in England, where he represented the Ministry of Defense on the production of the Chemical Agent Monitor. Mac has served as the team leader for the M40, M42 mask, where he executed the delivery of 14,000 masks per month during a period where a significant rebuild program was ongoing at the Pine Bluff Arsenal in Arkansas. Mac has also worked as the Joint Service General Purpose Mask Quality Engineer, where he was responsible for generating initial performance specifications and test procedures. Mac has worked as the M40 Mask Systems Engineer from 2001 to 2007, where he was responsible for leading and directing 11 scientists and engineers on the M40, M42, M45, and M48 MAST programs. During this time, Mac actively participated in recruiting, leading, and mentoring science and engineering interns. Mac was also actively involved in the transition of the M40 MAST production from a commercial source to the Pine Bluff Arsenal. From 2007 to 2010, Mac served as the Deputy Product Manager for the Joint Material Decontamination System. JMDS is a decontamination system for sensitive equipment and the interiors of vehicles, aircraft, ships, and fixed-site facilities. Mac has most recently served on the JBPDS Tech Refresh team and has been our lead engineer for the Rapid Agent Aerosol Detector, which may one day replace the Biological Agent Warning Sensor. I had to update that recently. Offering increased system performance and improved user confidence. Mac is a member of the Virginia State Board of Engineers. He has invented 2 mass testing devices and holds a patent on one of them. His biography says that the patent is actually for the orifice test device. I wasn't sure what that was, but I thought it was kind of intriguing, so I wanted to include that. He has served as a NATO delegate on the Joint Capabilities Physical Protection Subgroup, where he attended and briefed U.S. individual protection programs in Denmark, Norway, Netherlands, and Spain. Mac was the lead for developing a new international standard for fit testing of respirators. He has also worked with the National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health, where he developed chemical biological standards for commercial respirators. So that is I guess a very brief glimpse into 31 years of government service, which for the most part is all taking place right here on Edgewood. So what comes to mind after hearing that? That's right, Mac is incredibly old. So I thought I would conclude my talks and let everybody get to dessert with some thoughts on retirement and getting old, all of which have been edited for a workplace environment. So you know you're getting older when everything hurts, and what doesn't hurt doesn't work. The gleam in your eye is from the sun hitting your bifocals. Some of these kind of hit close to home. So. You feel like the night after, and you haven't been anywhere.
The Department of the Army Certificate of Retirement is awarded to Malcolm D. Goodman in acknowledgement of over 31 years of honorable federal service, presented at the U.S. Army Research, Development, and Engineering Command, September 30th, 2013. Signed, Joseph D. Winand, Technical Director, ECBC.
It's fine.
I think we're doing movies, not pictures.
Yes.
Coming back? I always do that to my wife at home. I'm taking a movie, waiting for the flash. I guess it's payback.
Is that this one, the flag?
Right. Yep.
Do you have another?
All right.
You giving me fun?
No.
I'm supposed to
I'm
hold
just
this?
ready.
You're just,
Yeah.
just, okay, go ahead.
So Miss Nancy, you know, we can't leave you out.
you've been a part of this team also. So as a departing gift, we would like to present you a dozen of red roses.
So I was first introduced to Mac when I came to work for the JVPDS program. And I noticed Mac was really quiet, and I'm pretty quiet too. When I first meet a new group of people, and then after I get to know them, then I start becoming a little more outgoing. So we're both pretty much introverts, and I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. Max started talking, and I started talking, and then realized we had a common, interest in electronics, and then it had these little dancing flowers. He would come and like, hey, that's pretty cool, and he came and showed me a Cricut that was also solar powered. Well, I thought about it, and I was like, hey, Mac, if somehow we got the Cricut to vibrate, like it would be a good fishing lure. He's like, yeah, that's a great idea. So he's like, you should look into that. That's a pretty cool invention. Lo and behold, Mac went and looked, researched, and the invention was already taken. So that went down the drain. But I had a particular little, solar-powered figure that he was always asking me for and saying, hey, don't be surprised if that disappears. And I think it's only fitting, Mac, if you take this.
I want to break them.
Mac, I think the floor is yours.
Say something.
There we go. We have money on whether or not you cry. So.
I would say thanks, and certainly thanks for everything. All the food and everything's been great, and the hospitality here has been great. The working environment. But as far as being here this long, it goes by so quick. And as Alex can tell you, a lot of you guys fancy. But I guess I was thinking about what could I say, and I would say, but no, really, I don't have anything to say other than I think it has been a good run. There was a lot of good. I think that was fun. Sometimes weren't that fun, but I think it's a good environment, and it's a good. I think federal service can be a good career, and it can provide for you and your family the things that you would like to have, and it's also an honorable career. So, thanks.
Mac, wait. Can you tell us a story about England, particularly the house that you had found?
I could tell you a story about you coming over.
That sounds good.
All right, no, your wife's not here. So.
But tell us about the house, the beautiful house you have there.
What about it?
The kitchen, the dishwasher, the small little kitchenette that you had there. It didn't have a dishwasher.
That's the point. I did enjoy living in England for a year, and, where we had a maid, we had a gardener,
Wow.
and all that on government expense because it was a way that you could work it. So,
So Concord Flower every day.
that's fun. But I've enjoyed working with all you. I have some really good friends from this place. And I think, like I was reflecting the other day, everything that's really good happened to my life has happened while I've been working here.
Is this the roast portion of this?
Yeah,
No, I'm sitting down.
Stay up there, please. Come on, seriously, stay up there.
Oh my gosh, you wrote something.
You got to get up too. No, I'm good. I should look up to him. Anyway, Mac and I met recently, back in 1988 or 1989.
Recently.
He worked for the Product Assurance Directorate, and I worked for the Producibility Engineering Division. And my job was to make sure that masks got produced and out the door. His job was to keep that from happening.
Yeah, pretty
So
much.
we hit it off from there. We probably had most of our fun in our career, I'm guessing, when we worked for the individual protection team. And I think what we liked to do the most was we liked working with people, and we liked hiring people and mentoring them. And Mac always knew the difference between managing and leading. And he always knew that people mattered more than the thing we're working on. So I think he's known for doing what is right and not as what's popular. I think we all know that if we work with Mac. And it's not going to be politically correct. We enjoyed sharing our survival stories from some of the most perilous undertakings a person can endure in the wild. Haven't you ever been to a staff meeting with Colonel Reeves?
Yeah.
or a decision brief with Major General Reeves? We learned to brew beer together. I learned a little bit about how to prepare for TDY. We would print out, this is before smartphones, we would print out all the information we could on brew pubs in an area before lunch. And for some reason, I think he still does it, Mac packs his own coffee. Yeah, that always
Not
blew
only
my
packs
mind.
it, but
He roasts it and grinds it himself. Have you ever had to get a wheel off of a large SUV that was stuck in a torrential downpour with a 2x4 and a sledgehammer, and you're holding the 2x4 while your friend hits it with a sledgehammer? We've done that. Have you ever tried to put a fully assembled roof on top of a shed? And I'm talking shingles and all. Why would you do that? Well, because the shed was under a deck, and there was no room to put shingles on it once it was on there. And we pulled it off somehow. There was no clearance.
No, there was just enough clear.
Yeah. We had it all calculated. You know how to tell when someone's eyesight is going bad? When they read the ingredients to a TV dinner, and it says shiitake mushroom, and somehow they think there's a C between the T and the A, and you can fill in the blank from there. And my eyes were fine at the time. Can you find a cell phone and a bale of hay by calling it? Mac knows someone who tried, but we don't know if you can figure that out still. Some of this is kind of inside jokes, as you can tell. If you ever go to Mac's house for dinner, please beware. And I think this is really Nancy's fault. You may find yourself sitting on a chair that explodes underneath you right at the dinner table. Don't know who that happened to.
He was just gone.
If you ever find an RC plane in the middle of nowhere with a mouse living in it, call Mac. It's probably his. Finally, in all seriousness, most importantly, Mac helped me find my faith as a Christian. And I'm proud my uncles call him Uncle Mac, and I'm proud that he's my friend.